Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you and welcome back to the channel where you join me for some garage carnage. And to be honest, a bit of an errand day. I've got a lot to do, but the first thing you will notice is that the AMG GT R is back in London. I've got a confession to make about this car, but I need to take it over to Posh Wash. It's time to pop the winter tyres back on, get it ready for some fun and frolics in the snow over this winter. But also, I need to take both my red RS and my orange Heritage RS over to Posh Wash to swap the wheels and tyres from one car to the other. Now the reason for that is I want to take the red RS on a tour around Germany to put some more miles on it so that I can take it to Mountune and really start to bump up the power. We've been talking about what we're going to do. It's looking to get a little bit crazy. But for now, let's jump in the GTR, take it over to Posh Wash and get the day started. I'm about to be jumping in and out of a whole load of cars today. We've got the GTR, then both Focus RSs, and probably some Ubers to get me around as well. But I don't think anybody can ever accuse this car of being a garage queen. Wait until you see the mileage on the odometer at the moment. It's been just over a year since I picked it up, and when I got it, I said that I was going to drive the nuts off it. In the meantime, it's been around the ring, it's been around the GP circuit, it's been almost to VMAX on the Autobahns, and it's been to Rentec, and now has 760 horsepower. But let's come through, keyless unlock, take a look at this on the dashboard. It's coming up to 18,000 miles now in a year on a limited run AMG, I think we can call it supercar. This is crazy, but let's get it started up, bring it into life. In comfort mode at the moment, nice and quiet. We'll head on out. So we've got the radio on, let's turn that off and go over to Posh Wash. The weather today is lovely, which given it's November in the UK is a total surprise. But I tell you what, the traffic is completely diabolical. That's not a surprise. The middle of the day in the centre of the city, it's always going to be the way. But I tell you what, having now brought this car back to the UK, you really start to tell that this is a car that is built for Germany. With this much power and how big the car is, it is completely at home on the Autobahn, going up to 200 miles per hour, not a problem at all. But here, it's just a bit large. Hey, we've got a nice Vanquish Volante coming right past us. Looks good, very nice, very nice. Reminds me of my old one. In fact, a very similar spec to my old one. I wonder if it could even be my old one. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Actually, I need to get right behind him because I'm going to be turning right in a second. So, back in London, we're heading to Posh Wash. Driven this car way too much over the last year, but let's keep it running through the winter. Oh, there's an Aventador just there. Not sure if you could quite see that as we went past. Hey, middle of London, sun's out, supercars are out. Always lovely. Spotting somebody taking a photo as well as we go past. Even at low RPMs, it's so good, this car. And then you downshift. So much fun. Right, I need to get over this way. That is the lane guidance, just letting me know there's a car in my blind spot. Into Posh Wash we go to drop this car off. It is time then for me to show you what has happened to the GTR, but before we do, as always, there are some very nice cars here at Posh Wash. There is an E63S from Russia. If we come up this way, there is a particularly pretty Porsche right here. Look at the color scheme on this, the light blue with the red interior. That dark red F12 Berlinetta is stunning. There's a Rolls-Royce Wraith over there. Lurking somewhere at the back is a McLaren 720S. And then behind my car is a Brabus 850, the G63, the previous generation, but 850 horsepower, very cool. And also one more thing, that number plate on the Targa, the ultimate James Bond number plate, how cool is that? However, let's get straight to this. So when the GTR was brand new, you may remember that one of the very first things that we did was bring it here to Posh Wash to effectively refurb the wheels to make them completely black. It comes from factory, well actually this is the optional upgrade wheel from factory, but that outer rim would be silver all the way around, and to be honest, I hated it. So it came in, we made the wheels completely black, but I regret to say that I have caught this one on a curb. So you probably can't see it because it is very small, but if I bring this in right here, you can see at the top, I've coloured it in with a black marker to hide it, but basically, I was too busy concentrating on what was happening on that side. It's a very wide car, I lightly dinked it, so that's going to get fixed while the tyres are swapped over to the winter ones. Speaking of which, I need to jump now into an Uber to head back home to get the red RS to go to storage to pick up these winter tyres. It is red RS time then, which is particularly squeezed into its space at the moment, and in fact, to even be able to get down here, I need to lock the car again so that the mirror folds back in. There will not be a dignified entry to the car as I shuffle down the side of it, but we do of course have the benefit, as I showed you before, of these rubber strips that come out of the side of the door to prevent the paintwork from getting damaged. Then I can somehow squeeze my way in Remember, we've got the new exhaust system in here now, the X-Force Farex system, which, by the way, some of you asked, can also be controlled via these fobs. You can open and close the exhaust valves if getting out your phone and connecting to the app is a little bit of a hassle, or of course if you are driving. But let me get the car started, we'll head on out and head over to get the tyres. I guess it sounds quite strange what I'm doing and why I'm taking both RSs, so let me explain this a little bit. We're going to be taking off the new wheels and tyres that are currently on the red RS, so the BBS CI-R wheels with the Michelin Sport Cup 2s. Those are not really the most appropriate for taking across Europe where there might be snow and of course legislation if the weather is bad you have to have winter tyres. So what I did originally was pop some winter tyres onto the original wheels from this car on the Heritage Edition, which I can now swap back, so it's just a case of lifting both cars when they're in the same place, swapping the full wheels over, full from each car onto the other one and vice versa, and that is that. We do have a little tunnel here right now, so with this in sport mode. Oh, that's so much fun. Obviously that's with the exhaust open and the car in sport mode. It makes a huge difference if you have the car in sport or in normal. Unfortunately a bit of traffic now. So we will enjoy this more during that trip where I take it out of London, across Europe, and get to stretch it a little bit more. It's so much fun. But for now, we can kill two birds with one stone, taking this car to Posh Wash with the tyres for the AMG GT R in the back when I've picked them up, and yeah, go from there. Jump ahead a bit, and I have now got a boot completely full of tyres, and I had forgotten how much larger the GTR tyres are than the ones from the Focus RSs. Obviously, the last couple of times I've changed have been the RS, but those things are ginormous. Anyway, it is already starting to get dark. It's the middle of the afternoon still. Biggest thing I hate about winter is how short the days are, certainly when I'm trying to shoot some videos. But I'm nearly back at Posh Wash. We'll get these unloaded, drop this car, head and pick up the Heritage, and yeah, get on with the next stage of the process. Park lane. It's so much fun in this car. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, love it. Bubble. So the RS is being shuffled over. We've taken the tyres back out. We've taken the bags away for storage. That will get parked up. This is going to be a fun process of putting this on axle stands, taking those wheels off, then getting the other car. You get the picture. It does sound cool. I think that's just with the valve closed actually. The normal, slightly quieter mode. It's such a fun project, this thing. And the GTR is now raised up as well. It's a quick turnaround because I need to get back to Posh Wash before they close for the day. The Heritage RS now off its tyre cushions, running and ready to get out on the roads. The other two very much in hibernation stage, but we will be back here with the car again. But for now, let's jump in, get back over to Posh Wash. I haven't really done a great job of putting an awful lot of miles on this car. In fact, it's only done just over 400, so it's still very much being run in. However, when I get back from the escapades with the red one, this car is then going to go over to Germany, so I'll swap the wheels back around. I know that's slightly counterintuitive. Then this car will be in Frankfurt for a while the red one comes back to have its work done on the engine. So this will all make sense at the end. It is, of course, now very dark. But hopefully the guys are still going to be there so we can do the swap around. The guys here are legends. They were just packing up, but we're quickly doing the Formula 1 style changeover from the Heritage to the red. You can see it's been jacked up, put on the stands. Those wheels are off, ready now to go back onto the red. 3 cars together. It is very much like Skittles right now. When those are all on, we'll be able to put this back down and off we go. But you can see we've got the winter tyre tread on here with the extra slits basically in the tread design for more grip. And yes, all a bit surreal right now. Very cool. And as if by magic, it is finished. Those are actually the original stock wheels from the red car, now ready to roll straight on out. So I won't keep the guys any longer. Let me jump back in. Let's head on. Back home then, but I tell you what, this car on the normal wheels looks really weird. I kind of missed the BBS ones already, but they will be back on it in a few weeks' time. So for now, I'm gonna go rest up overnight. Tomorrow, we'll go pick up the Heritage with the BBS wheels on it, the GTR with its winter tyres, and take maybe all of them to storage. We'll see what there's time for to get this errand vlog wrapped up. For now though, rest. I will see you in the morning. Hi Shmee, I'm guys. Welcome back to part 2. We're back at Posh Wash where both cars are now completed. It's kind of cool to have the 67 plate and the 68 plate together, but you have got to see the BBS wheels on the Heritage RS. How good do these look? I'm actually tempted now to get a second set so that I can have the same wheel always on here, the BBS CI-R. I just think it works so well with the satin black, the spoiler, the roof that we did at Dub, the whole car. So I'm going to take this now over to storage, park it back up there, maybe take some photos along the way, and then come back here afterwards to pick up the GTR, which now has its wheel fixed, fortunately, and the new winter tyres back on there as well. But the wheels all in perfect condition, as they should be, and then we'll get that one back home too. So let's jump in here for the moment and take the Heritage RS back over. As if by magic, the Heritage RS is back in the storage, sitting on its tyre cushions. Now, many of you will know that I consider that car part of what I call my permanent car collection. So like the GT8 and the 675 LT, I intend to keep a hold of it for an awfully long time, especially given how rare and special it is. So like the other cars, it now has its own car cover, bespokely made by Specialized covers to match the car. It's orange, there's black pinstriping, so I'm going to get that out. It's just arrived, stick it on the car and tuck it away for the time being. There we go, cover mostly on. Always a bit of fun just to have the nose poking out, but it's a fitted cover. So for example, if we come back, you can see the pinstriping running all the way around the spoiler. I just think if I'm going to keep the car for a while, it was worth me buying one of those just to make sure that it, you know, blends in with the others. Sitting here snug and safe. So let's pull this down like so, nice and easy, and job done. Oh, I should probably lock the car. There we go. Can leave it for now. Back at Posh Wash then, the car is cleaned up, the wheels are completed, so I will now take this home. It's been a bit of a yo-yo, traveling backwards and forwards to move all of the cars to do all of these changes. Complete carnage, as I said at the beginning, but this thing looks awesome, so let's get it back home, back into the garage. Alrighty, so let's fire things up. Into life we go. At home in the garage then, with the two fairly heavily modified projects behind me, my proper project car and then the kind of accidental project car, I think we could say, about the GTR with all of the upgrades at Rentec. But basically a fairly long 2 days with lots of errands to do. I've had some other meetings and other things and bits and bobs I've been up to as well, but ultimately a big thanks to Posh Wash. Lots of changes, lots of tyres and wheels swapped around, but as always, that's basically what goes into running a fleet with a number of cars that I use so much on so many trips in so many different ways and shoot all the videos with. So thank you very much as always for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm sure you're wondering what's happening next with the Ford GT. Well, watch this space because it's right around the corner. Anyway, that's it for now. I will see you again very soon. Cheers.